We're going to continue on, and we're going to go to Congresswoman Sherrill. We've seen the president move to deploy the National Guard in other states. If the president were to order the National Guard into a New Jersey city, how would you evaluate the move, and are there circumstances under which you would support it?
You know, unless there is an insurrection or some sort of crisis where the National Guard could come in and the president invokes the Insurrection Act, he's moving these National Guard troops across the country illegally, against the Insurrection Act, against Posse Comitatus. And I can tell you this because I've both worked at the U.S. Attorney's Office with law enforcement to keep people safe, and I've also worked in the military. And those are two very different jobs. And military members should not be on our streets. It makes people less safe. It makes people feel less safe. So I have to say, when you look at this across the country, and when you look at the threats, and then you see the president saying when he was with Hegseth recently that he's going to use our U.S. cities as training grounds for our military, that is unacceptable. I will not stand for that as governor.
Mr. Chitterelli.
Tam, I've told the president and the people of New Jersey they'll never have to worry about New Jersey because as governor, we'll have safe communities, and here's why. I appoint the Attorney General. I appoint the 21 county prosecutors. I appoint the superintendent of the state police, and we're going to be a law and order state again. We do that by not having sanctuary cities, and we do that by reforming bail reform. Cashless bail has created a professional criminal in New Jersey who's learned how to game the system. Talk to your local police about arrest, release, repeal. My opponent has not said a word about getting rid of sanctuary cities, the Immigrant Trust Directive. She's not said a word about reforming bail reform. Yet cops will tell you all the time that this is one of the things getting in the way of keeping our communities safe. So again, the president won't have to worry about these things in New Jersey. My Attorney General, the head law enforcement officer, the 21 county prosecutors that report to that Attorney General, and it's all the police chiefs that report to those county prosecutors, we will be a law and order state again, and there will be a consequence for unruly, unlawful behavior.
30 seconds.
You know, I'm the only one who's actually worked closely with law enforcement, prosecuting cases to keep dangerous people off the streets. I'm very proud of my record there. And I continue to push forward in that work. So I've worked with all of the police chiefs in my district on our auto thefts to make sure we had license plate readers, federally funded, so we could drive down the rash of auto theft. So again and again and again, I've worked on public safety. But he misunderstands what's going on in this country if he thinks these National Guard troops are being positioned in the most dangerous cities. They're not.
Mr. Chitterelli.
May I?
30 seconds.
What I'm worried about is what I can control. What I can control is public safety in New Jersey. She worked for the U.S. Attorney's Office as a community organizer. Then she worked for the New Jersey Attorney, U.S. Attorney, for 11 months and pled most of her cases. Pleading cases with people who were let go for a number of different things, some of them very heinous crimes. So I doubt very much whether this is somebody who can stand here and say that she's tough on crime. But the fact that she voted to get rid of qualified immunity for local police, which is the bedrock of their protection, and the fact that she's did this dance with Mandami, she's not about public safety.
Would you like 30 seconds to
respond?
respond?
So, you know, my opponent denigrates public service at every turn. He said law enforcement shouldn't get the pay they get because there's a lot more dangerous jobs out there where people make less. He's voted against our pension system in the past. Again and again, he puts down people who serve the public. I'm proud of my service at the U.S. Attorney's Office. I'm proud of my service in the U.S. military, and I'm proud of people who serve, and as governor, I'm going to make sure I have their backs.